Growth is certainly an important aspect of being a human being, but not everyone seems to take on that challenge. Our modern times have created many distractions to keep our minds from our true purpose. It seems that even when we are fighting to survive from paycheck to paycheck, being barraged by other distractions such as beer, football, and gambling, that tends to steal our attention away from what we should be doing to evolve to participate fully in our life purpose. Our societal norms just swarm us with so much stress and business that we simply lose ourselves and find that we become extremely exhausted, sick, diseased, and mentally strained. In many ways, it seems like the ultimate plan of those that lead us to keep us so busy, distracted, and sick that we don't have the time nor the energy to stand our ground against the political machine. However, I digress. There are many reasons and excuses to never take the time to evolve and learn how much more capable we are as humans. And I could go on for a very long time about all the issues confronting us today. Most of the time it takes something very drastic in our lives to cause us to reassess who we are, what we should become, and how we prioritize our time. Personal transformation can certainly be life-changing, and most of the time, these life changes require dire circumstances in our lives. People do not tend to make drastic changes in their lives unless situations have forced them to take up a transformation journey. When life is moving along, even in an okay state, change does not seem to prevail in the forefront of our consciousness. There is nothing like a disaster, a terrible sickness, a traumatic accident, or a major relationship shift to kick us into the self-development and self-discovery mode. The human mind, especially the subconscious, tends to run on autopilot and not be concerned with changing anything when there are no great challenges to the automatic patterning of our minds. Sometimes the only way we ever look up is when we are flat on our backs at the absolute bottom of everything. Why would we even think of changing anything in our lives when we have become comfortable in our existence without any real major challenges facing us? When it comes to major transformation shifts, drastic action may require different action than simple accommodation. In other words, it may be that some experiences are so profound, so far beyond what we've previously perceived, that they in effect demand that we transform our worldview to accommodate them. Human growth can occur at any point in our lives, whether through tragedy, setbacks, or simply being sick and tired of being sick and tired. When we finally find ourselves, metaphorically, on our backs, we truly have nowhere else to go except up. When we find ourselves at the bottom of our lives, it becomes the decision time. Do we move forward, or do we continue to wallow in this pitiful experience? To be honest, I found that my bottom gave me the most clarification about what I needed to do than any other experience I ever had in this life. Now, the personal growth journey that I undertook was by no means any fun, and was quite the opposite of fun. However, it turned out to be the most rewarding experience I have ever had. There must be a true purpose behind taking on the journey of self-discovery, and this journey never really ends but becomes much easier and enjoyable to partake in as time goes on. I wonder why it takes such personal tragedy to cause us to relook at ourselves. Being human has a lot of layers, and much of our future experiences are formed and forged into hardwired pathways in our consciousness. Our patterns and habits are born out of the things that have happened to us and the perceptions that we form. The sad part is many people have no idea that they are simply operating on autopilot. It seems like our conscious mind is in charge of our lives, but it is only that 5 to 10% of brain power that gives us direct awareness of our reality. The conscious mind is the part of our mind that organizes what our 5 senses are processing and helps to train our subconscious mind to help us automatically navigate our day. The true secret for growth as a human then is to purposefully train or retrain our subconscious mind to bring about change. Many people think that their current circumstances limit or control our ability to make these profound changes. However, that is the farthest from the truth. The picture included in this article show that trees can still grow and thrive in rock by simply making a decision to thrive where they are. Ideally, a tree requires roots to be embedded in the earth, access to the sunshine, and regular watering. However, there are many examples of trees and plants growing where they should never logically be able to grow. In my mind, growth can happen anywhere you find yourself planted, and you don't necessarily have to wait on ideal conditions in order to grow and flourish. Too many people believe that their circumstances need to change to allow them to make a change, but it is absolutely the opposite. Making changes to anything in your life must start within. In order to change anything in your life, you must become the change. You might look lean and clean on the outside, but the state of your inner being is the basis for who you are. Have you ever seen race car shells that looked like the real thing, until you opened the hood and saw a Volkswagen engine inside? Once you saw the inner workings of such a car, you would never imagine that car ever being able to reach its full potential. So why do we do the same with the human body? Too many of us try to hide our true selves behind clothes, makeup, and the things we own, yet never pay attention to our inner workings of ourselves. When we meet someone who finally gets to look under the hood ourselves, we tend to find a whole different engine inside, which does not reflect the outer portrayal of the person. My recommendation is to get started on your own personal journey and do it without having some tragedy arrive in your life to make you take on this journey. Also, if you want to be truly attractive to others, take the time to ensure that the engine matches the exterior. Let's quit being sheep, take on the lion mentality, and take charge of who we are, where we want to go, and whom we want to be.